Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Malik Yawmiddin, Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'een, Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim, Sirat al-Lazina an'amta alayhim, Ghayril Maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. My message, or what I am going to say to you all, is directed as individuals, myself first, and to all individuals. In prayers, Allahumma inni as'aluka al-huda, wat-taqa, wal-afaf, wal-ghina. I seek Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's guidance in being forever aware of His presence. So I will weigh all my actions, whether or not it will please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or whether or not it will displease. So this is al-huda, guidance that is contained in the Quran, but a constant remembrance that we have to have in our mind. Wat-taqa, which means I have to feel every word, everything I think, every intention I make, every word I say, I must feel presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and be aware of the fact that He is watching me, in a sense. I mean, I'm directing it to all of us together, not personally. And wal-afaf, I seek guidance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I will be modest, I'll develop modesty, recognize my weaknesses, and I will try to have an integrity. So what I say, people will believe because they do not find necessarily an evidence that says, perhaps what I did say was not the real truth or not the reality. And wal-ghina, I want to make sure that what I have, I say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me something. I have to consider that it is sufficient for me to achieve whatever goal I want to achieve whatever success I want to achieve. I would not reach out to people for a compromise of one kind or another. I would not seek out their help on something that is not the right path. I would not seek alignment that would be displeasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, this is an individual that all of us should constantly remember to ourselves and seek guidance. Then on the collective mission, we should all have an attitude of sulh kul, peace towards all. We may differ. Sometimes we may have a dislike of certain individuals or people. But this difference says that we may have, and sometimes we feel genuinely concerned about, and we want to feel different. There is nothing wrong to say, I am somewhat different from some individual or some others. What is important at this difference or these differences should never lead to discord among ourselves, should not diminish ourselves. We should not try to put little someone else because that individual simply differs from me. Because if I do attempt even to disrespect or belittle an individual, I am doing it to the whole Ummah. Because Ummah's strength will be sapped by this process of belittling each other. So we cannot afford to do that. We cannot allow our strength to be sapped because of differences. I'm sharing this with you because I have lived in a country which basically destroyed itself because of this discord among ourselves, all believers, all Muslims. And it has reached a stage where once in my life early, I felt very good about a country that had honorable mission and was engaged in things that were uplifting to the humanity. I have seen in organizations that these differences essentially sap our strength, and we should not allow that to happen. Alhamdulillah, the good news is that ISNA is now much stronger than it was in the past few years. We had some difficulty because of COVID-19 and other factors, but our leaders that preceded me have the wisdom, the insight, the energy, the leadership to say we are not going to stay low. We are going to rise up, become strong. Not only become strong in claiming that we are strong, but financially become strong. So ISNA, alhamdulillah, right now is financially stronger than it was in the last few years. And that is good. But with any strength comes the responsibility. How do we make it better? How do we make it better? Not what I will call feel proud of it and feel good about it and let things slip, which will again reverse the process. Our main issue that I have reflected rather constantly is why things are happening to us that are really happening to us. Our numbers we are rich in numbers. When I look at North America, and whether you look around the world, our numbers are huge. Our wealth, particularly when you look at America and Canada, is tremendous. I cannot believe what I hear, the amount of wealth that exists in our ummah. Our intellectual capital is tremendous. And I am always amazed when I come across the intellect and the talent that our Muslim ummah has in North America. But our collective effect on the society among us, around us, is not in proportional to either our numbers or our wealth or our intellectual capital. And that has to change because we do not want to become a phenomena like the Muslim world where all of these things that I have said exist, and if they had brought it together, we would not at this time be abused by the world, in a sense, the way we are. I wish and pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we would not allow ourselves to be abused in North America, that we will use our numbers, we will use our wealth, and we will use our intellectual, what you call, assets to bring ourselves together. Never say, I am doing all well, I don't have to work with anybody else. We would not achieve our goal if we remain powerful but distributed without talking to each other, without sharing knowledge each other. And one particular example I'll give you because it's easiest. The number of schools, Muslim schools, runs in thousands. But we have not developed a curriculum that can be used by majority of the school, if not our schools. Well, if we stay on that path, we will not achieve quality in what we do. So this is called economy of scale. So I would request all of you to join me in prayers that inshallah we all commit to the mission of doing ourselves better than we may have done in the recent past. Thank you. Jazakumullah khair.